Unique Mecca Audio, man. I'm here. I'm going to tell you about my man Junebug from Chicago. This is about my man Junebug from Chicago. All right? So now, I'm in Coleman, Florida. You know, he from Chicago. I'm from New York. We both there. He winds up in the hole because he hit this dude in the head with a lock. Remember when I told you I got hit in the head with a lock? Boop! Okay. So now, the lock and the sock is a famous one in the prison. So listen up now so y'all understand. When you see a dude with a lock and a sock, you know what time it is. Now, Junebug was a little dude out of Chicago. Wasn't no big dude, little dude. It was a big dude that was there from Ohio. You know what I mean? Y'all know who I'm talking about if y'all was in the prison system. I don't like putting no names out there about the victims and things like that because I don't disrespect nobody. But now, it was an old big dude to give you a little inspiration on him. This dude was big like Lou Ferrigno. I mean, he was huge, big black dude, you know what I mean? I think he killed a cop out in Ohio or something like that, you know what I mean? Back in like the 70s. So, you know, he been locked up a minute. Now, we in Coleman, and this is 2010. So, you know, he been down a minute. Back in the days, he was real big. He was in shape, you know what I mean? And matter of fact, I got to tell you about him too. I know everybody watching this know who he is, even the people that wasn't in the system because he's well known. Now, he was a vicious Boody Bandit, you know what I mean? Now, he did some old crazy stuff, you know. He's the one that was in Lewisburg. He only liked to have sex with white guys, you know what I mean? He only liked to have sex with white guys. Now, I'm gonna get into him later because, you know, he gonna keep popping up in my mind as I'm talking because he was a crazy character. But anyway, here we go. We talking about 20 years later. I was with him in Lewisburg back in 1995. You know what I mean? Talking about, the big dude. That's what we gonna call him, the big dude. So the big dude, I was with him in 95 in Lewisburg. And while I was with him in Lewisburg, I winds up with him again in Coleman 20-something years later, you know what I mean? So now we in Coleman, Florida, and here go this big dude, and he did something to Junebug. He kept messing with Junebug. Junebug was a little dude, and he gets real angry, and his mind just get to wandering on him, you know what I mean? He was one of those with the alphabet disease, like what they call ADHD and all that. But he messing with old Junebug, and Junebug got tired of it. So Junebug went and got a lock in his sock, you know what I mean? And put it to this big boy head. Boop. But now, he busts him in the head and he winds up in the hole. So now he in the hole and they put him in the cell with me. So I'm in the cell with Junebug and, you know, I do my little legal work. And, you know, when you're in the cell, you get to bonding with somebody. You get to tell them what's going on and things like that and tell them about your case. So Junebug tells me about his case. Junebug's case went something like this. When he went to get sentenced, he stood in front of the judge. And when he got in front of the judge, asked him if he had anything to say before he pronounced a sentence on him. So Junebug told him that he was from the tribe of Yahweh and that he was God and, you know, he couldn't judge him and that they can't do nothing to harm him and he don't respect him. He don't like his black robe. He'll spit on his black robe and let him know that, you know, he faking, you know. So now Junebug telling me about the case. So when I read the paperwork, I'm like, my dog, they sit here and they saying that, you know, I'm reading your transcript. You told this man you spit on his rug and you God and this and that and you and have the thing. And then he sent Junebug to a mental hospital to get a mental evaluation to see if he was crazy because Junebug kept ranting about he was God and he couldn't do nothing to him. So now when he does that, I read it and I said, Junebug, you got a good case here. You know, you could use the defense that you wasn't in the right frame of mind. Was they giving you medication at the time? He said, man, they would pump me with all kinds of psychedelic medication, you know what I mean? It helped me get through this time, and he laughing, and I'm like, well, you could use that to say that, you know what I mean, that you wasn't in the right frame of mind when you stood trial, so you deserve to get a new trial, you know? So now he takes that, and the unit manager comes by, and the case manager, and he shows him the paperwork, and he tells him straight up, you know what I mean? Yo, look, you know, I need to see the psych because wop. So the psych start come see him. And, you know, police used to bring tobacco back there. Not tobacco. They brought tobacco too. But they really bought that coffee. They didn't give no coffee in the shoe. That was a punishment. So, you know, don't go to the shoe thing. You're going to lay up and drink your coffee early in the morning. People get addicted to the coffee, you know. So they want to drink their coffee early morning and, you know, throughout the day. So they don't give you coffee so you don't get comfortable in the hole. So now we used to wild out so the police would bring us coffee. So Junebug did things like this. You know what I mean? The police come through, he hold a tray. You know what I mean? So they give you the tray, and then at the end of the day, they got to count the trays because, I learned it from in Lewisburg. We take the plastic trays they give us, and we cut a knife out of it, and then we get a roll of toilet paper, and we light the toilet paper roll, and we get it burning, and then we take the plastic from the plastic tray, we hold it over the fire, and we shape it, and we make it, into a knife, into a sharp object. So, once you do that, that's called a floater. You can get past anywhere with it. So when they're taking you out to the rec yard, if you got a beef with somebody, you got your little floater. That's your plastic knife you made out of the tray. You put it in your joint, or you put it in the back of your waistband or wherever, and you hide it. Some people cheek it. When you call cheek it, is you just put it between, your cheeks, and you squeeze your cheeks while you're walking, with the joint, because when the police search you, they ain't supposed to touch your cheeks. But I'm gonna give you a funny one about that because I like to ride. I'm in, remember we talking about Coleman, but right now we in ADX, and this is back in like 97. So when they finally let us out of ADX, the cells in the step down part of the program, we go through what they call the kitchen, where we go eat in the kitchen to get used to, being around people because they had us locked away from everybody. I definitely got to do an ADX story. So now we got the joint and we go through the kitchen and the police search us when we come out the kitchen, make sure we ain't steal no food or make sure we ain't get no sharp objects out the kitchen while we was eating and go back to the cell. So when we come out, they pat you down and all that. So this little dude, I think he was from Cleveland, but he come through the joint, the police pat him down, and the police, grabbed him by his cheeks. You know what I mean? When he grabbed him by his cheeks, he put them together and squeezed them. You know what I mean? Because they know that we be, putting stuff between our cheeks and just hold it and walking out. You know what I mean? Like a knife or something. So he grabbed him by his cheeks and squeezed them. So I'm sitting there teasing my man. You know me, I'm an instigator. I'm going to keep it 100. I like to have fun. So he squeezed his cheeks and put them together. I said, yo, my nigga, he grabbed your cheeks and he put them together like a pair of lips, my nigga. Like he had your ass cheeks kissing, So I'm laughing, everybody laughing, and dude getting mad. I mean, he furious. I'm like, dude, he literally grabbed you by your cheeks and turned them into a smiley face. You know what I mean? And he's like, yo, Unique, chill out, man, chill out. You're going to make me do something to that cop. I said, man, you need to do something to him. You know what I mean? That man grabbed your cheeks like you was a broad, my nigga. You see the way he put your cheeks together? And everybody laughing at him. So, I ain't gonna tell you what he did to the cop. If you wanna know the rest of that story about ADX with the dude that they put the ass cheeks together like, there was a set of lips. I'll tell you about that later. But anyway, so we back to Coleman now. Ride with me now. Let me do it the way I wanna do it, all right? So now we back at Coleman and, Junebug in there, so he hold the tray and tell him, nah, you can't get the tray. You know what I mean? They need the tray because at the end of the day, if they serve 80 people on the tier, 50 people on the tier, they got to have 50 trays, when they come out. If they don't have the 50 trays, they can't do another move. They can't do nothing. They got to go to every cell and figure out who got the trays. You know what I mean? So now Junebug will hold the tray and tell him you ain't getting nothing until you bring me some coffee. You know what I mean? So now they got their little, the property room, and they go in the property room and they'll go on somebody's property and see who got coffee, and they take the coffee out. So when dudes wild out, do stuff like hold a tray, jack the slot. Jacking the slot is when, it's a little slot in the doors, and, they put the food through it. So we'll put our arm through the joint and tell them, nah, we ain't letting you close it. I'm jacking the slot. So now when you jack the slot, they can't do nothing. Nobody can go up, nobody can go down, because you don't know if they're going to try and stab somebody out of there or they're going to try and shit them down. Remember the shit bottle I told you all about. So you don't know what's going on. So now, Junebug was always doing stuff like that, but now he wants to see the psych. So the psych comes through. So when the psych comes through, he tell the psych, yo, I had an evaluation when I was in the other joint. Y'all ain't been treating me. Y'all ain't been giving me my medication. Y'all ain't been doing this. They're like, yo, we don't have nothing down about you and no medication. So I'm laid back in the bed. I'm reading my old Jackie Collins novel. You know what I mean? And I'm sitting back there and I'm mumbling to Junebug, telling them what to do. Because, I'm his old jailhouse lawyer, to shoot. So I tell him, nah, Junebug, tell him to look in your record. I'm talking without moving my lips. I'm like, tell him to look in your record. You know what I mean? That they could see that, you had a psych evaluation from you was in court going to trial. They never gave you nothing but woo. He said, look at my psych record, psych record. You'll see that they gave me evaluation when I went to trial. And since I've been to trial, y'all didn't give me no medication. And I'm telling you, I'm ready to kill myself. So as soon as they hear kill myself, the psych, they got to take that serious. Because when somebody say anything about harming themselves or harming somebody else, the psych must take it serious because they know that the psych is, where you at. So Junebug is threatening to kill himself. So the psych is looking down. The psych was like tall dude, about maybe 6'7", you know what I mean? Bald spot in the front of his head, little hair on the side, little blonde, sandy, gray hair in the side, and he wore a blue prison jumpsuit with all these medical badges on it that, like, he's all important. So Junebug is on him. Now, I need to get my medication. They're like, well, we don't have you now for medication. Well, y'all need to do something because I'm telling you, I'm gonna kill myself. So they looking at him, they like, what do you mean kill yourself? He said, oh, you think I'm playing? So I'm laying down. I said, I got the book on my lap. I said, Junebug, give me a demonstration. I'm geesing them up. I said, I'm reading the book. I'm hiding my lips so they don't see me talking. I'm laying down. I got my legs crossed. I'm just chilling, and Junebug at the door going off with this sight. And I'm like, yo, give me a demonstration. So Junebug run. He grabs a sheet. You know what I mean? Junebug grabs a sheet, like this. So now Junebug got the sheet. And he said, oh, you don't think I'm going to do it? So he takes the sheet and he wraps it around his neck. So now he got this thorn around his neck, and he's like, no, you don't think I'm going to do it? And the dude is at the door, and he's looking, and he's sitting there like, and he's biting his nails like, and Junebug run back to the door, and he all in his face, and he got the joint behind his neck, over his neck, and like, oh, you don't think I'm going to do it? And the dude is like, no, I don't think you're going to do it. So I said, Junebug, make him a believer. Make him a believer, Junebug. I'm like, make him a believer. So Junebug runs over to the shower, because we got a shower in the cell. Junebug runs over to the shower, and he takes the sheet, and this the lock in the sock, by the way. Boop, don't forget that. That's how you got back there for busting dude in the head in the lock. That's when I got my nose split with the lock. So, we all been a victim of a lock in the sock, somebody that been through the system. So now Junebug runs over there to the shower, and he takes the sheet, and he throws it over the rail of the shower, and he wraps it around his neck, and he got it hanging up over the rail of the shower, and he's like, I'm gonna jump. And the dude is like, no, you're not. He's scared to death now, the psych, you know what I mean? He don't know what to do. He ain't experienced nothing like this, because Junebug's a real Chicago hard rat, you know what I mean? Hard body. So Junebug take it to the limit. So I'm laying down, I'm like, Junebug, you got him. So the dude act like he walk away from the cell, so he walk away from the cell, so with the angle he at, because the shower's over here in the cell, and I'm over here laying down on the bed, so I can see the angle that the psych trying to hide at. So I'm like, Junebug, you hiding in the cut. He looking, Junebug, you got him, Junebug. We gonna get that coffee, dog. We gonna get that coffee. I'm like, we gonna get that coffee, dog. Calm down. Check it out. I'm like, Junebug, we gonna get that coffee. So the psych, he peeks over the thing, he's biting his nails, and he's scared to death. Picture this tall, 6 foot something, bald-headed, you know what I mean, white dude, about 70 years old, been in the psych game forever, but he was in the military, so he ain't really experienced nothing like old Junebug. So he ain't know what to do. So he bite that nail, so Junebug said, where you at? So I said, Junebug, you got him, Junebug, you got him. I'm geesing him up. You got him, dog, you got him. So the dude's sitting there, so Junebug jumps off the little shower ledge. They got a little ledge about maybe 6, 8 inches, almost a foot. So Junebug got the rope around his neck, and he jumps off the joint. I said, Junebug, you gotta hit your knees, dog. Hit your knees so it look like you're gonna really hang. You hit your knees. You know what I mean? So he jumped off the joint, and Junebug got his knees on the ground, the joint hanging from the neck. I said, now stick your tongue out, Junebug, stick your tongue out. I said, Junebug, stick your tongue out. You know what I mean? Make it look like it's really choking you. So Junebug go to his knees, and he got his tongue all out, and the dude, and the dude don't know what to do, and he got his hand by the deuces, about to hit the deuces, call the police, but he don't really want to call the police, because if he call the police, they come down and they got to take Junebug, and they got to do all kinds of evaluation, and he's scared to death and don't know what to do and don't know how to handle old Junebug. So Junebug like, I'm telling you, and he's like, I can't breathe. So then the psych hits the deuces. All the police come down there. So now the police come down there, and they see me laying down reading the book. So now I'm reading the book, and Junebug on his knees over there acting like he hanging. So they telling me, cuff up, come out. You know what I mean? So I'm sitting there reading the book, and they used to sell us these little earbuds that on the compound, the little plugs you put in your ear if you're a construction worker, things like that, for like 20 cents. So I got the earbuds in, so I'm reading the thing, and the earbuds is bright yellow, so they can see that I got them in. So I'm laying down reading the book, but now I got to act like I can't hear them, because there's no way in hell I'm going to come out so they come in here and whoop my man Junebug. Even though you're from Chicago, that's the homie. You know what I mean? Because we all doing time together. So they like, inmate, cuff up. And I'm sitting there reading the book, and I'm like, you got him, Junebug, you got him, dog, you got him, dog. You know, and I'm riding. I'm like, yo, you got him, dog. So I'm reading the book. So now the police, you know what I mean? They scared to open up the cell, you know what I mean? Because I'm in the cell, I'm not cuffed, Junebug not cuffed, so they don't know what to do. They ain't never experienced nothing like this, man. So I'm laying down like, Junebug, you gonna get that coffee, dog, you gonna get that coffee. You know, so the whole time I'm doing, they like, yo, cuff up. And I'm laying down reading. So then when, you know, I finally, you know, looked up, I said, what's up? And they said, oh, cuff up, you know what I mean? I said, man, I'm not gonna move because I don't want to be a part of you saying I got nothing to do with it. He is own man, I'm in my bunk. Y'all want to come in here, y'all come in here and do what you got to do with him, but I'm not moving because if I move, he might kill me. You know what I mean? That's what I'm telling him. You know, he trying to kill himself. What I look like moving, I don't want to scare him. This is a man that's schizophrenic. You know what I mean? You need to get him what he want. You know what I mean? Coffee. You know what I mean? So I'm like, you know, so the police is like, well, what does he want? What does he want? I said, I don't know. You ask him. So Junebug sitting there with a joint around his neck, tongue hanging out. He said, give me your coffee. Give me your coffee. I need a coffee. And you know, voice fade down. I said, damn, Junebug, you're doing a good job. You need an Oscar, nigga. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, you got a round of applause for this one, my nigga. You doing great. You know what I mean? So he like, looking, so the police run off. They go get some more police. Now they come back with the lieutenant. Lieutenant come back and they call me to the front of the door. And I tell them straight up, you know what I mean? When they tell me to cuff up, I said, look, man, I'm not moving because if I move, he might try and kill me. They said, yo, if we come in there, we gonna kill you. You know what I mean? So you need to let us come in there and get him. I said, you can come in there and get him. I'm not moving. I'm in my bed. I'm minding my business. You know what I mean? Y'all gonna put that in the report that I'm in my bed. I'm not even on the floor, so I ain't got nothing to do with it. That's between that man. That man going crazy trying to kill himself. I don't want to go nowhere near him because I ain't trying to get caught up. If he kill himself, y'all say I got nothing to do with it. So I'm not gonna take no sheet off his neck. I'm not gonna wrestle with him. That's your job. You the cop, you the psych, you come get him. You know what I mean? So they lay down and said, I'm telling you, if you coming in, we gonna whoop you. We gonna whoop you. I said, man, it ain't like I ain't been whooped before. I'm not moving. Because when you put in the report, you're gonna put in the report, you came and whooped me out my bed. You know what I mean? And sure enough, they come in there, you know what I mean? To come, you know, whoop me. So they open the door now like they get ready to come in. So they fake open the door like they get ready to come in. I'm still laying down, so they see I'm really not moving. You know what I mean? So now when they, you know, kind of like open the door, now I jump up and I say, Junebug, jump up like you're going crazy on me. Jump up like you're going crazy on me. So when they went to open the door, I jumps up and I runs towards the door, you know what I mean? And Junebug runs and grabs me. Still got the sheet around his neck. Now picture this. He still got the sheet rack around his neck and he runs and he grabs me and he tackles me to the floor. So now me and Junebug on the ground. I'm like, see what you got me into? He's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me. Get him his coffee. Get him his coffee. He's gonna kill me. You know what I mean? So Junebug down there wrestling me, got the sheet around his neck and they looking at us in there. Now they scared to come up in there. You know, so now they got us in there, so they go get the coffee and they bring back the coffee and they give him a shot of coffee. A shot of coffee is, you know, like a gloved finger full of coffee. So Junebug said, that ain't enough. That ain't enough. You know what I mean? So they like, what do you mean it ain't enough? He said, man, I need more than that. So Junebug said, while he got me on the ground, he whispers in my ear, you want some coffee too, dog? You want some coffee? I said, nah, nigga, you do you. You know what I mean? So I'm down there, I got my hands straight out on the ground, and Junebug on my back, got his hands around my neck, got the sheet around his neck, looking like he get ready to kill me up in there. So they don't know what to do. So they run back out, they come back with a whole bag of Taster's Choice. Bingo. You know what I mean? We done won. Now they come back with a bag of Taster's Choice, and they throw the Taster's Choice through the slot and say, here's the coffee. Now get up off the inmate. Because they don't want to write up, you know, all this crazy shit going on because it's going to be all kind of investigations. It's going to be how did it get this far? How did he get a sheet around his neck? How did he get an extra sheet? You know what I mean? You know, you put the inmate in the cell with him in danger. He's supposed to be on medication. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. So they didn't want to do all that. So they throw a whole bag of coffee up in that joint. So they throw the bag of coffee up in the joint. Junebug jumps up. He take the sheet off and he throws the sheet on the ground. He said, now give me some hot water. Give me some hot water. You know what I mean? So they go, they come back, they bring back some hot water. Junebug sits there on the shower with the sheet around his neck and he drinking the coffee. So I'm laying on the ground. I'm acting like I'm hurt now, so I can't move. So now I'm like, I need to see the medical on my back. when he slapped me, my back is hurting. You know what I mean? So now I'm playing my little move. You know what I mean? At the time I smoked cigarettes, so I'm laying down. They're like, what do you want? What do you want? I said, man, I gotta smoke. I need a cigarette. I need a cigarette. So now they go back and they come back and they bring me a cigarette. I said, man, what the hell I'm gonna do with that? So they come back and they throw me a whole pack of cigarettes. A pack of cigarettes worth $400. Now we're in the shoe. You know, the compound is $400. In the shoe, that shit worth about damn near, you know what I mean? In the shoe, you get about $1,000. $1,500 from a pack of cigarettes. So they just bought me $1,500, throw it through the chute. I got me a pack of Cools. You know what I mean? So now I roll me up a little joint. They leave and we come back. So now me and Junebug, we in the joint. You know what I mean? The whole tier was on the door because they banging for us. You know when all that going on. You got the inmates banging. Boom, 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 boom. Woo, woo. Go hard, nigga. Go hard. They geasing them up too because they want to see the action when they drag him out and they coming in with the tear gas gun and shoot the tear gas, the baton, the goon squad and whoopers. So they want to see us get whooped. So we in the joint. So they yelling hard and all that. So after they give us the coffee and the cigarettes and they leave, you know what I mean? Now me and Junebug, we yelling out the door. Yo, coffee for sale, coffee shots, you know, cigarettes for sale, coffee. Now we got a whole stash. We selling coffee, we selling cigarettes in the joint, you know what I mean? So now the police come down there and, you know, when we want something, I got to show you what the line look like, man. I definitely got to show you what the line look like. We take dental floss. You know, I like my little props. We take the dental floss and then we take like, you know, a toothpaste or like a fingernail file, you know, that'll fit under the door, and we wrap it around it and we tie it on it real good, and then we sling it out. When we sling it out, somebody sling their line out, they grab the line, you know what I mean? And they pull it in their cell. When they put it in their cell, then we attach something to it, you know what I mean? Like, you know, we attach something to it like this, a piece of paper that we don't fold it up and took like, you know, tape that came with the mail and tape the corners up, and we put the little cigarettes in it, the coffee in it, we flatten it up, we push it on the door, and we tell them, go ahead, and they pull it down. Now, we selling cigarettes, me and Junebug in there, we selling cigarettes and coffee a mile a minute, and we living like kings in the joint. I'm reading Jackie Collins, I'm eating popcorn. I mean, I'm having the time of my life back there. But they don't want us comfortable back there like that, so that's why they did what they did. Mecca what? Mecca audio. But that's how we do it to Mecca. You know what I mean? So now, police mad as a mother, you know what I mean? But they know they can't do nothing. But being in the psych sanctioned, the lieutenant sanctioned it, we in there, we doing good, and we doing what we gotta do. Now, I ain't gonna sit here all day, but that's how we do it, man. Hit the like button, subscribe, and you already know, Cash App on the screen. Do what you gotta do, you know what I mean? I don't care if it's $1. Do something, man. I ain't gonna run your head. Y'all got the mechanics now, how this thing go. You go to the restaurant, you tip. You know what I mean? You go to the strip club, you tip. You like the service, you tip. So you like the content, you tip. Show some love. Now I'm about to tap out because I want to get to see y'all today and know that that's about my man Junebug, man. If you want to know the rest of what happened in the shoe, I got a whole bunch of shoe stories, man. You know, she was a special housing unit. I can sit here and go on all day. But, you know, I want to get this up to you. I've been chilling for the weekend. I've been shooting a documentary, you know what I mean, with the Connect. You know, Johnny Mitchell, you know what I mean? So we went on location to the different spots, you know, for my rise and my fall and showed the whole joint. And, you know, that's what it is. So, you know, let me get ready to tap out and, you know that we in the house, man. All right. Let me give y'all the outro. I know y'all at least like the outro. All right.
Hi guys, welcome to Platinum Cuisines. We're located in Freeport on the Nautical Mile. Just wanted to introduce my partner, Amy.
Hi guys, how are you? And this is my sister-in-law, Diana, another partner. I just ask that you come support our minority-owned business. We serve Asian fusion, Caribbean cuisine, and we have a beautiful restaurant located on the Nautical Mile in Freeport, New York. And we're asking that you come check us out and also make sure to tune in to Mecca Audio TV.
Cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, yeah. Heat back on the strip, getting back in the mix. Yeah. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom, dropped dropped the book, you should go and get it. An Instagram page and a YouTube you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, make an audio.